Right now, there's probably a Slack message from someone on your team asking for your approval. Maybe it's a caption. Maybe it's a client email. Maybe it's something so small you can't believe they're asking. And you're wondering, why can't they just decide this themselves? I know a founder who ran a six-figure business where every Instagram caption had to go through him first. Every single one. He thought he was protecting the brand, but really, he was just creating a bottleneck. Today, I'll show you how to hand off decisions without losing control and get your time back. If your team comes to you for every decision, it's not because they're incapable, it's because you have trained them to wait on you. You think you're delegating, but really, you're just assigning tasks and keeping all the decision making power. And that creates this endless loop where nothing moves forward without your approval. It's draining, it is unsustainable, and it keeps you stuck in the day to day when you should be working on the bigger picture. But once you understand the difference between delegating tasks and delegating ownership, everything starts to feel lighter. When you do this right, you get your evenings back, your team moves faster, and your business actually runs smoother. Let me show you how. Inside my operations reset framework, this is what I call the assign phase, where you stop being the bottleneck by giving your team real ownership. Here's the thing most founders miss. There's a huge difference between delegating tasks and delegating ownership. A task is just doing the work. Ownership means two things. They get to decide and they are responsible for the results. Let me show you what I mean. That founder I mentioned, the one approving every Instagram caption, he thought he was delegating social media. He hired someone, he assigned them the task of posting, but he kept all the decision-making power. So the social media person will write a caption, send it to him, and wait. He would review it, edit, send it back. They would revise it, send it again. Sometimes this would go back and forth 3 or 4 times for a single post. That's not delegation, that's just outsourcing the typing. Real ownership will look something like this. A social media person gets to decide what to post, when to post, and how to write it. They own the outcome. Engagement, bring consistency, and growth. He sets the guardrails, the boundaries, the standards, when to loop him in. But he exits the day-to-day. The shift goes from, can I post this? To, here's what I posted and why it worked. That's ownership. So why don't we do this? Why do we hold on to every decision even when it's exhausting? It's usually one of 3 things. Perfectionism, nobody does exactly like you. Fear, what if they mess it up? Or identity, if you're not involved in every decision. What's your job? But here's the truth. Your job isn't to approve Instagram captions. It's to make sure the right person is approving the captions and that they know how. Your job as a founder is to set the direction, build systems, and lead the vision. When you hold on to every decision, you're not doing your job, you're doing everyone else's. So, what does it actually look like when you assign real ownership? Let's go back to that founder. Here's what he did. He sat down with his social media person and said, you own social media now. That means you get to decide what to post, when to post, and how to write it. You're accountable for the engagement and the brand consistency. Here are the guardrails. Never talk about politics, stay warm and supportive in tone. And if you're unsure about something, here's the brand voice guide. But I'm not approving the post anymore. You own it now. At first, it was uncomfortable. He had to stop himself from jumping in. He had to let a few posts go live that maybe he would have written a little bit differently. But here's what happened. His social media person started making decisions faster. Posts went up on time. Engagement actually went up because the content felt more natural and less overthought. And he got his evening back. No more 9 p.m. Slack messages asking for approval. No more mental load of reviewing captions in his head while he's trying to have dinner with his family. The business did not fall apart. It actually ran smoother. Because ownership creates speed, it creates autonomy, and it frees you up to focus on the things that only you can do. That's what real delegation looks like. Not do the task and check with me, but you own this. Here are the boundaries. Go. So here's what I want you to do this week. I'm dropping a simple 1-page template in the description. You walk you through 3 questions you need to answer before you hand off any decision. Grab that, then pick one decision you're currently making that someone on your team should own. Maybe it's approving social posts. Maybe it's scheduling client calls. Maybe it's choosing which software to use for the next project. Whatever it is, use the template to answer 3 things. 1. What are the boundaries? What's off limit? What are the guidelines that they need to follow? 2. What does success look like? And how will you both know that they're doing it well? And then 3. What can they decide without you? Then have a 10-minute conversation where you hand them the ownership. Not the task, the ownership. Say something like, you own this now. Here's what success looks like. Here are the guardrails. I trust you to make the call. You don't need to check with me first. And then, this is the hard part. Just step back. Let them run it. If that founder I know could stop approving every Instagram caption, you can hand off one decision this week. This is the assign phase of the operations reset framework. Extract, assign, and scale. If you want to see where you're the bottleneck and how to fix it, I'll drop a link in the description to book a free audit call with me. We'll map out exactly what's keeping you stuck in the day-to-day and build a plan to extract you from operations. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.